Welcome to Glow Time with Jackie. It isn't about chasing youth, it's about owning your glow, reinventing your story, and showing up like never before. Glow Time starts now. Rabia Ilahi, welcome to Glow Time with Jackie.
Thank you for having me, Jackie.
Yes, thank you for being here. I can't wait to get into how we met and everything. But to start, let's just do a little toast, a cheers.
Cheers.
To episode 3.
Yay.
We're going to glow, continue to glow and be in our power.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Cheers. You have to drink after you cheers.
Yes, you have to drink. That's right. You do. And this is basically the cheers. This is a nootropic drink. Mm-hmm. It basically is, as you know, I'm alcohol free. So I always want to encourage nootropic drinks, no alcohol or just mocktails. Mm-hmm. Being alcohol free is really a big reason as to why I'm here today, right? Had I not stopped drinking, mm-hmm. I'd probably be a little bit distracted with what would be happening this weekend and not doing
happy hour.
Yes. Yeah. So I'd be at happy hour instead of this. So here we are. So Rabia, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Jackie.
Of course. Yes. So I thought of you. So in this journey that I've been going through, of course, I thought of you and I knew I was going to get emotional. So this is like full circle for me because I met you at an event in 2019, actually 2018, and tomorrow will be to the day. It was July 19th, 2018, that I went to a conference. Mm-hmm. It was a webinar, not a webinar, it was a conference about relationships. Getting out of narcissistic relationships. And that's where you were on a panel. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I want to go see her, And so I went to your office. Yeah. You took me on as a client. And we unpacked some things, mostly about what I missed out as a child, which then led me to these type of relationships.
Yeah.
So we unpacked those things and we talked about it. And I would say I probably went to see you maybe 3 or 4 times. Mm-hmm. And in that time, what I was searching for, which at the time I didn't realize that's what I was looking for, but the reality is that I was looking for validation because I had been in this crazy relationship, literally highs and lows, for 10 years. It makes me sick to say that. But I can say it now. And I was looking for someone that is certified to tell me, like, you're not crazy.
Yeah.
You are okay, and you will be okay after this. So I remember one of the last conversations that we had, you told me, that you are happy that I'm in this situation. I got out of the situation that I was in, and that you can't wait to see me flourish. Mm-hmm. And I've taken that with me. Like I took that with me and I've always had it with me. So I thank you. I thank you for telling me that because sometimes we're always looking for that or we need it and we don't have it. We don't know where to go for it. And I appreciate you and to this day. And so when I was looking up the dates to try to figure out exactly when it was that I saw you last, I was like, oh my gosh, tomorrow will be, 6 years?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So full circle. And for me, what that means too is that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And so in life, you will go through those situations that happen where it's confirmation that you are exactly where you're supposed to be.
It's so beautifully said. And I know you feel it was hard for you to say 10 years, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't 11 or 12.
Yes.
Or more. And so it was the perfect timing for everything that you needed to do. Mm-hmm. And I do think sometimes our girlfriends are great, our family's great about telling us that we're okay, but sometimes hearing it from someone that isn't connected to you in any way, that you're doing the right thing, you're going to be fine. I see in you this, sounds silly, but this flower that is blooming and we need you need good water and sun and
yes,
all of that around you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. Thank you. And I definitely that. Oh, my friends were telling me, they were telling me to leave
Yeah.
the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't want to listen. Right. So it was my lesson. It was what I needed to go through to get me here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, so that's just my take, and that's why when I was thinking about guests and who I wanted on the show, I want like true people that have been by my side and have really helped me. And you definitely came up, and I had to find you. So again, I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, this space you're in looks good on you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I want to have just a soulful conversation today about how we reclaim our power and how we redefine our worth. Because a lot of times we find ourselves in these situations because we forget how worthy we are and our worth.
Yes.
And I really want to help women that sometimes we are in that space and we don't even realize that we're in that space.
Yes, you are right. I think as women, we're so conditioned to live our lives according to what we mean to other people and what we can do for other people, that we forget that we have all of this inside person that deserves all the things and can go for all the things and also deserves peace and love and
everything.
Yeah, everything. It starts when we're little girls. It starts with telling little girls to be quiet or to be nice or go give someone a hug, even if you don't want to, and we grow up not knowing what our voice is. And we start being separated from our intuition, our knowing that is divinely feminine, So then we end up as adults not knowing to value our truth and our intuition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what does it truly mean for a woman to reclaim the power in her life?
First, it's very scary. It's also confusing because we don't know what that looks like. And so I think for people that are lucky that can have access to someone that can sort of guide them, I think the generation now is very lucky because there are podcasts, people like you out there talking about it, and it's not as foreign of a concept to find your own power. I think the younger generation is doing a good job at listening to their inner voice and following guidance, which is sometimes divine. Sometimes it's just finding the right role models in your life. But it's scary. It is scary to find your power. And it is sometimes not very celebrated.
Yeah, because then they think that you always have something to say.
Yes.
Or it's not your time.
Yes.
Or why are you being so naggy?
Yes.
Or why are you being a bitch?
Yes. Why aren't you doing this for me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So how is it for women? How do we separate our identities from us, me being Jackie, not being the wife, or being the wife, the mom, the practice manager, all those things, and really, identify as Jackie? How do we do that?
I think time by yourself is really important. Time away from one of the roles, right? The mom role, the wife role, the girlfriend role, the professional role, and making space to be able to do that so that you can actually know what is your inner voice. It's often when we're playing the role, life isn't quiet. And we need to be quiet and still to know what it is that we're really feeling, what it is that we want more of or less of in our lives. And then to shut off the voice that says, you're being selfish. No, you don't get to have time away for yourself. Forget about that retreat. because we need you here to fill whatever role.
Right.
And so the stillness is important.
Yeah, I totally agree with that
because
it's much easier now for me to understand where I need to be and what I need to do for myself than when I was raising the kids.
Yes.
So I totally understand that. Yeah. And but even then I would work out here and there. That was my time for myself. But yeah, there was times where I felt guilty if I wasn't there for practice, baseball practice, or if I wasn't there for the games, or if I wasn't there for those things, that guilt. And I see it at the office, the plastic surgery practice that I work at, because the women come in, they're like, well, it's time for me to do something for myself. And I'm like, yes, because the way it worked at my house is if mommy's not happy, no one's happy.
No one's happy. Correct.
And the only way you can really show that to your kids is by being happy. That doesn't mean that it just, all the material things, but you really have to take time for yourself and take care of yourself.
Also, I have a teenage daughter. So I know she's watching me. She may not be always listening to me, but she's watching whether or not I take care of myself. If I'm running around doing everything even if it's for her, if I'm not balancing that with what I need to do, then she may grow up thinking that's what you do, is take care of everybody else and not yourself. So I have to be mindful that I'm setting a good example. And if you have sons, you also want them to just assume that their partners, if their partner is a female, that, well, of course she has a right to time to herself and she's not here just to serve me,
Yeah, for sure. Because too, boys, girls too, but boys especially, they worry about their moms on so many different levels.
Yes.
A little bit differently. I have a boy and a girl. So they're a little bit differently. And I know that my son won't say anything, where my daughter will be like, I'm checking your location. But the back of my mind, my son's always going to worry about me because he wants mom to be taken care of.
Yes. Which is good.
Yeah, it's great because then that's how he's going to love as well, right? How he's going to love his now fiance. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So, all great stuff. Tell me, okay, so I know you said spending time by ourselves, being still. What are other ways that we can help regulate our nervous system?
Exercise for sure. I think it's fine, to go out with your friends and to have a good time. That can be a good stress reliever. What we do when we're out also matters because as we get older, things affect our bodies a lot more, And so if I could have a drink in my 20s and recover in a few hours, I just can't do that at my age.
Right.
And so how I take care of myself physically really matters. And so I think for women, the quiet time, the time with friends, especially friends who are supportive and also value good conversations. So community is important. How we take care of ourselves mentally, spiritually,
yes,
emotionally, physically. And there are all these different things that fit in that box.
Yeah.
Stillness, meditation, time with friends and family, exercise, good food, good diet, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Getting facials. I mean,
yes.
Seeing the plastic surgeon, Botox,
yes, that makes you feel really good, really fast. Yeah. So I know, going back to girlfriends, I know that we have a group. I have a group from high school, and we get together, and it's just fun time. Yes. It's like getting together like when you were little girls.
Yeah.
We don't dress up.
Yeah.
We don't want to go out anywhere. We just want to hang out, play bingo sometimes, and just have that camaraderie and just that support, and just laugh at each other and just tell funny stories and just catch up. So that's definitely important.
The laughter is huge. And what I know, I don't know sometimes how groups of male friends kind of share I do know how we women friends share. And so we might be laughing one moment, crying the next, and then also talking about fashion or gossiping the next. I mean, we're just it's so full.
Yeah.
How a group of women friends interact.
Yeah, it's always so much fun. One of the questions I have is how to tell the difference between intuition and fear when it comes to getting to that point where you want to reinvent yourself, you want to take back your power. How do we know, like, intuition, this, like, it's time for me to move forward, do something else, and how fear can hold you back?
So that's a really good question, because fear, first of all, most things can be scary if we've never done them before. So I don't want fear to be looked at as something bad. It's just information. This is scary, but there's another knowing that is the intuition we can't quite let go of. Something needs to change. And it enter your mind over and over. And that's your intuition talking to you, whispering to you. And it won't shut up. Like, intuition doesn't leave us. We can try to shove it aside, but it keeps whispering, and then even if fear shows up, which it will, because if you're leaving a marriage, a job, moving, whatever it is scary. Change is scary, but the intuition is what pushes you through the fear. So how do we distinguish it? I almost don't want to separate too much, because fear is part of listening to the intuition when the intuition is saying change something, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely does. So they go hand in hand together, but you really have to, again, be still.
Yes.
And know and really trust yourself also.
Yes.
Trust yourself.
And it's okay to be scared, right? Yeah. Because that's how we're brave.
Yeah.
Is when we're scared and we do it anyway. And so there's something about also maybe reframing fear as excitement, like, because the chemical difference isn't that much between fear and excitement. Adrenaline, cortisol, all of that stuff. So, but how we label it can make us behave differently. So if we say, oh, I'm so scared, I don't want to do this, I'm scared, we may hold ourselves back. Then I'm excited. Yes, it's a little scary, but so is a roller coaster.
Right.
But it's exciting.
Yeah, and you push through. Yeah, because I was going to say, it's a little bit fun to be a little scared.
It's a little bit
like
fun.
You should do things that scare you.
Yeah.
Because that is going to get you out of your comfort zone. And it's going to push you to do more. Yeah. That's how the roller skating thing is for me. I've picked up on roller skating. I roller skated when I was 12. And so I want to learn how to roller skate. And so I took lessons. Good. And it's scary.
Yeah.
Because, my knees are very, I'm prideful with my knees, my joints, everything. But I want to do this.
Yes.
And, I see other people my age or older doing it. I'm like, I can do this too. So anyways, it's fun, but it's a little bit scary too.
It is
and of course,
scary.
Like this is scary, but it's fun and exciting.
Yes. I'm really proud of you, Jackie.
Thank you.
Really proud of you, because this isn't easy. Putting yourself out there and taking the risk and knowing that people may be judging.
People are judging, but I'm okay. Yeah. One thing I learned early on, I was a very young mom. And my parents didn't shame me for that.
That's
and
amazing.
So I learned early on that people are going to say things. And I'm okay with that. Their opinion is really none of my business.
Right.
And I'm okay with that because they don't define who I am.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah. So that's something. So I thank you. But that's something that I've always, again, taken with me, and it's just part of who I am. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with judgment.
Yeah.
It doesn't define me. Yeah.
Actually, judgment can say more about the other person.
Sure. Absolutely it does.
Yeah.
It does. About their insecurities is what ultimately what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, how can we reframe from the idea that it's too late to reinvent or start something new? Because like you said, when you're really take time to spend by yourself, that's hard to do in our younger years.
Yes.
Because we think that we have time. We think that we're going to get to all the things that we need to get to. And then we come to a point where we haven't gotten to any of them and we want to start doing things.
Yes.
So how can we do that?
It's very much a mental game because I also suffer at times like, oh God, it's too late for me to do X, Y, and Z, or at my age, I shouldn't be, whatever. And so, but that's just a social construct. It's the message that we receive that there's a time you do this and then a time you do that. And then after that, you're done for. But let's just say we live to be 80, 90, or 100. If we take good care of ourselves, then what is 50? Right. What is 60? Like, come on, that's not the end of things. It can be the beginning of something completely new, like a rebirth, And then I think when we take risks and start things, even at a later age, it just kind of keeps you young because you're learning, you're experiencing new things. There's an excitement to life when you try something new.
So, Rabia, what does true self-worth look like when it's not attached to productivity or appearance?
I want us to think of it as, what does it feel like? What it looks like could look different for different people. What it feels like is there's a peace and a calm internally. There is self-worth, and it's different. I think as women, we're always kind of comparing ourselves. So I don't know if it means that we don't ever compare ourselves. I think we do. But there's this other voice that says, you're good, or try this. Just trying something new is a way of like believing in yourself. Otherwise, you would never try anything new. So that is a form of self-worth. And it's like we talked about earlier, it's being away from the role that we're playing. And by the role that we're playing, I mean mom, wife, sibling, daughter, son, all of that stuff. The worth is, I can do this. I'm just as good. My life means something. Having good things in my life is important to me. I deserve that. Those kinds of things are about how we feel about ourselves. And I do think it takes self-worth, especially when we're in a relationship that may be tough, like emotionally abusive or worse, that it's knowing that you need to leave is also self-worth. I deserve better than this.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, thank you so much.
I don't know if that answers your question.
No, it does, definitely. Thank you so much for being here today, for your insight. Greatly appreciate it. And let's do one more cheers to finish off. Thank you. Cheers to just being our best self, knowing our worth, and continue showing up and being the badasses that we are. Cheers to that.
Amen.